Ooh, we have a battle brewing today between the Yeezy 700 V1 and the V2. Tune in to figure out which one's better, a very scientific test that has taken place between my feet and both of these shoes. Let's see who wins. Now, both of these shoes are extremely similar. Obviously, one's a version 1, one's a version 2 of the same exact shoe, but there are some key differences. And I'm gonna talk about 4 differences: the fit, the comfort, the materials, and then the last one, we'll hit on some style. The first one is fit. Length, about the same, but the V2 kind of grabs your foot a little bit more. I think there's some more padding on the top. The insole's a little bit thicker because it uses the Ortholite insole, so it's just a little more snug around the top of your foot. Feels a little bit better from a fit standpoint, and for the most part, they're true to size. I took my 350 V2 size and seems to be pretty good. Now onto the comfort. The V1, super high arch. If you have a high arch, you're gonna love it. I don't, so it is a little bit painful for me. As it breaks in, it gets a little bit better. On the V2, arch isn't as high. It feels comfortable when you put it on. Downside is the sole is really, really stiff, so I'm trying to break this thing in, but right now, the heel-toe transfer, it's almost like I'm slapping my foot on the ground like a duck. But I still have to give the nod to the V2. Now, onto the materials. On the V1, you've got mesh and suede. On the V2, you've got a couple different leathers. You've got prime knit and you've got some 3M all over it. This one hands down goes to the V2. It truly looks like a version 2. Like they had this first concept, but then they just made it so much better from a material standpoint on the version 2. You can just tell it's a mature product. V2 gets the materials win. Now onto the style. And this, in my opinion, obviously this is subjective. I mean, this shoe is the shoe that you love to hate, but you hate when you eventually love it. And I gotta say, the hands down style win goes to the version 1. Specifically, I have this Wave Runner. I mean, the color between the green and the blue, and then you've got those laces that look like they're glow in the dark, but they're not, a little bit light yellow. I don't know, it comes together really, really great. And the V2, Yeezy and Adidas have only given us 2 colorways so far, the Static and the Geo. You got white, you got brown. I love earth tones, but I'd like to see a little bit more pizzazz, a little bit more oomph in the V2. So I give the nod to the V1. So if you are keeping track at home, that is a 3-1 win for the V2. If you own any of these shoes, let me know which one your favorite is. I happen to gravitate a little bit towards the V1, even though I think the V2 is the better shoe. Take a minute, hit subscribe. It's that red button down there. I appreciate it every time you do so. And hit the bell icon to be notified for when I upload. And I'll talk to you next week. Thanks, bye.